time will be quite shortly. In fact, we have quite... And straight in front of you there, garden there, and the airings, etc. And then in the farm itself, there are the bigger animals. And I mean, they draw the water from the well, they wash it outside with water drawn from the well, and they love it, you know. All the people who work there love it. So this is Wormcoats Church here, this is Victoria. There wasn't a church here when we were in school, and you'll notice a lot of grey stone here. It's called Messiah Stone. It's built out of blue iron. The grace is chosen over the houses. The few also could have your signature. So, in those days, they used to put two birds on the top of the house, and they won't take them off until they... Now, Anne Hathaway, we call it the top bit. So it was just this lower bit that was here. We're going to stop here for, 15 minutes. There's a coffee shop over the road then, if you want a coffee. Or you can go to the front and take a photograph, and I'll come over there and explain a few things. Animals and birds that would soon make holes in it. Of course, in William Shakespeare's time, they had no wire netting. Neither did they have plaster on their bedroom ceilings. So when they lay in bed, they looked to the underside of the thatch. And this is the reason that they started putting testers or canopies over their beds. You can imagine what would have happened if they'd, fortunate enough to sleep with their mouths open. They might have had a breakfast in bed, but they weren't quite, as I said, it's a pedestrianised area. So what I'm going to do is get you a little coach shopping or whatever. These cottages here on the left, they're called Havenale Road, but the original name of this road was Burial Lane. And it was down here that the carts were brought, normally at night, carrying the victims of the pest or plague. Now they weren't buried in consecrated ground because of the risk of it, and I must admit they're going on some of the really bad, narrow roads. It is Market in Stratford. Give you a few words and sayings and what they would mean. So I actually come now by going around in a big half circle from one end of the town to the other. When we get up to the next junction on the right, you'll see the Alveston Manor, which used to be part of the Saxon nunnery. And if you go there, don't stay on 153, as opposed to the main street of Stratford, the Marks and Spencer's, the shopping area. We're going to turn to the left and go by the river. But the main road is the road of Heatherless, and the birthplace is just to the right of the clock tower, further up that road. So if you bear that clock tower in mind, you'll see it from all little points in Stratford. When you're looking for the coach later on, you take the right-hand fork, go up to the top, and I'll give you some more places too. Now, we're going to get off the coach here. This is the theatre. The front bit is the only old bit, the only bit that's remaining of the original theatre. The rest of it was refurbished and reopened with a big lottery grant, a big European grant, 4 or 5 years ago. The original theatre was built by Elizabeth Scott in 1932, and the locals called it the Jam Factory. Next door we've got the beautiful Swan Theatre, the Gothic Victorian building, and you can walk through from one to the other, and not through the front door to the door at the side. And then we have, up here, the Theatre Gardens and the River Avon. We're going to walk along by the river off the bus, and we're going to walk through the gardens up to the church, and at the top of the gardens there is a toilet. I know some of you are anxious to go. So,
I know it's bad for me, and I'm an adult, and I can make my own decisions.
So this is Hallscroft, the home of Susanna and Dr. John Hall. He came to Stratford from Bedfordshire in 1600 and married Susanna in 1604. Studied both at Montpellier in France and also in Cambridge. One of the oldest pubs in Stratford, and it vies with another pub for the oldest title. Also on the right hand side here, these are almshouses. They were built by the Guild of the Holy Cross in the 15th century, and they were built for the poor of the parish. Now they house the elderly. And next to it is Shakespeare's School, still in use today, the oldest school in Europe, still in use. The Guild Chapel at the end, that was built in the 13th century, rebuilt in the 15th century. Now, just so you can get your bearings if you went straight for a school teacher. So, unfortunately, in Shakespeare's plays, so if you stay there on your honeymoon, folks, and lived in Midsummer Night's Dream, you're more likely much ado about nothing. On the left-hand side, you can see a flagpole sticking out. This is Harvard House, the home of Catherine Rogers, the mother of John Harvard, who founded the American University. Founded it, if you like. At the lowest building on the right-hand side, now shot to the left, because of the one-way system, well, that's pedestrianised, we have to go around the edge. So if you're walking up this way, keep to the right of the clock tower. Could they move into the girls or boys? If not, then they had to stay with their parents. Where are we going now? Look for the jester. See the jester there? The jester, if you look for that, you'll see the coach there.